All right. So, my lighting is not quite how I want it to be, but we'll make it work. A little bright. Anyway, I bought 6 boxes. I'm gonna leave 5 sealed. I've been buying lots of singles of this set because I think that the time-shifted foils especially are just fantastic long-term holds. So, where should we leave this? Let's leave it right there. I love that there are slivers. I love that there are slivers on it. And this stuffy doll. Great. The real question is, if we open up a foil time-shifted card, do we stop? Do we stop opening the box and draft it? Probably. All right, let's see. How's the card stock? Well, it's about as garbage as all the other recent sets have been. That's pretty disappointing, and I bet these things are going to curl. Hopefully not as much as the Commander set, but probably about as much. In fact, let's take a look. See if we can grab a Time Spiral card for comparison. Honestly, you could just grab any old card, really. Ravnica would be a pretty good comparison. Conflux wouldn't be bad. Maybe we'll grab Conflux. Let's see. I thought I'd have at least one Time Spiral card in here. Maybe not. I think Conflux is probably pretty much the best comparison. Let's take a look. How do they feel? They look pretty similar. Yeah, still a little more slippery, but some of that could be age. They bend about the same. We'll see. Honestly, I don't, my biggest concern, okay, don't look back yet. My biggest concern is simply whether or not the foils are going to warp pretty much more than anything else. Especially, and the commons, I have an entire box of Eternal Masters cards that's just absolute garbage. They're unplayable. Wow, this would have been a fun pack to play this. Empty the Warrens with Reality Acid. Rift Elemental is pretty solid. Rebuff the Wicked, Doom Rider Outlaw. Coalition Relic as the rare. Zulaport Cutthroat, okay. Oh, this is so nice looking. I love it so much. Oh, it's beautiful. I don't like these tokens. I kind of like the new tokens, but they're too comic book looking. They just look too much like comic books, not like regular tokens. I mean, when you compare this Saproling to these, I don't know. I definitely prefer the old Saprolings, the old borders. I do think the full art on the card is or almost full art is pretty cool. That's pretty much it though. Okay, so there we got our rare. We've got our uncommons. Throw them over there. I guess we'll try and keep them in the camera. Zulaport Cutthroat, not a bad time-shifted card. We got our commons, and then we got those. Oh, next pack. It smells a little different too. It's okay. All right, Radic Mutation, Utopia Vow, Rift Elemental Trapper again, Sinew Sliver, great card. Oh, Aven Mind Sensor. Very playable. I actually needed more of these, so cool. Very cool. Mind Sensor, Sand Mage, Enslave, Benalish Commander, Panharmonicon. I was going to buy these when they were like 8. Now they're like 15, 20. So very happy to get that. Citadel Wood Readers. Okay. All right. Not bad, not bad. Let's leave the foils over here. Benalish Commander. Nothing special. Oh, I'm going to probably end up making draft packs of my original Time Spiral. Like a draft cube. I've already started working on a cube for Return to Ravnica and like regular Ravnica. I'm not going to do the new ones. I don't like the card borders. They don't work with the old cards, obviously, with the larger bottom border and the print. So I'm not going to mix them up, mix those together. Go with the Hunt. White Mane Lion gets played in a lot of decks. Momentary Blink and Massive Ghouls. Now this is interesting because Massive Ghouls normally had the Future Sight special full art frame. I've never actually seen it before. That was Massive Ghouls, right? I've never seen it before like this. Dread Return. Wow, this would be a fun draft. I don't want to crack my other boxes for drafts for people. I think I want to leave them sealed, but all right, Exquisite Firecraft, Cloud Key. Cloud Key is useful. Cloud Key sees play. Yeah. All right. Exquisite Firecraft. How are the foils doing so far? Pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's better than my camera's zoom abilities anyway. Think twice. This card actually, like, you used to play this in EDH back in the day. It's been a while since I've seen that card get used. Grave Scrabbler. He's a fun one. Wow, you know, so it's like my first EDH deck was Teneb the Harvester. So literally in that deck, I'm just seeing things I played. Like I used to play Grave Scrabbler in there. I played Recluse in there. I don't remember if I played the Shaman. I don't think I played the Shaman. I definitely played the Recluse though. Chromatic Star. This is stable. Same deal, yeah. So this is new art. This card used to be the full art Future Sight one. Riptide Pilferer, great card. Slag Heap. I always like these storage lands. Oh, that's an expensive card. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Got some money out of this pack. Riftmarked Knight. All right. Mirror Entity. Foil Lab Maniac. Foil Lab Maniac. That is nice. This was $100 pack. This literally was $100 pack. Oof. Let's pause the video. We got to think about this. We got to think about this. Okay, unpaused. After some bad advice from many friends, they've all said that I should just keep opening it because YOLO. And we all understand that this is the wrong decision right now. You got to quit when you're ahead. It's like my little brother on slot machines whenever we go to Vegas or Aruba. This kid plays with the house money, and then he plays with his own house's money. Ooh, Simeon Spirit Guide. Yo, was that new art? I feel like that's new art, right? Gotta keep this more on the camera so you guys can see it. Ooh, Sliver Pack. Didn't this used to... I think this was an uncommon originally. I think that was an uncommon, yeah. Why is... All right, the video seems a little bit out of focus, right? It's not just me. It's definitely... This video definitely seems a little bit... Like, why though? How do I fix that? It's got to be the zoom, right? Actually, no, you know what? Hold on, let me see something. All right, that helped a little bit, but I think... Let's manually adjust the focus. Let's try that. That was bad. That's bad. Hold on. let's try this. Let's see. I think the focus, let's just manually adjust this a tiny bit more. Okay. We got, nope. I think we really want to have, all right, you know what? Yeah, that's good enough. You guys can see the cards. Anyway, right, so that's, yeah. I don't know where my train of thought's going, but careful consideration, Darkheart Sliver. Might Sliver. Ith. Oh, I didn't even know Ith was in this set. What? Ith. What a card. Tide Hollow Scholar. Okay, you know what? I like that. I like that. Ith. Yeah, you're fine. You're like probably just, I don't know. You're not like that bad of a commander. I had an Ith deck at one point, and then I ended up turning him into Grand Arbiter Augustine. Augustine, I'm pretty sure is how you pronounce that. The 4th. So yeah. Keep my loot over there with that shiny lab man. Oh, I love the old foils. Oh my god, I have binders. I literally have like, I don't know how many binders I have. I have so many binders. Whew. Oh boy. Primal Plasma. Again, we gotta keep it in the camera. Terrible at making these videos. Ivory Giant, Strangling Soot, Bewilder, Judge Unworthy. This card also, I used to play this in decks, and it has since become obsolete. Let's go through those comments again one more time. Empty the Warrens. Great, great card. Yeah, man. Time Spiral was a really fun set to draft. I started playing in, what was that, Kamigawa, 2004? I think it was Kamigawa. I don't remember like what the standard constructed format was because I didn't start playing constructed until actually Ravnica. So, yeah. Harmonix Sliver. All right, all right. Mirror the Curse with new art. Young Peasy. Foil Sudden Spoiling. I love Sudden Spoiling. This card, so good. It's in like every mono black deck I have. You mess up your opponent's combats. Like you mess up, you can just mess up so many things. I love it. It's hilarious. So we got some solid uncommons going on here. Why do we move those over there? Why don't we keep them where everybody can see them? There we go. There we go. Coral Trickster, Coal Stoker, Dreamstalker, and what is it called? Vanishing Act, I think. The uncommon, the enchantment that when it leaves, you sacrifice the enchanted permanent. That was a pretty fun fun combo back in the day. I wonder if that Thallid, the one that was like a $5-6 cards, Utopia Mycon, I wonder if that's in this set. I'm sure it is. Infiltrator Ilkor. Also, this dude, like, I've won games with him back playing Kitchen Table Magic with my little bro. Absolutely. Spore Sower. That's pretty good. Whipspine Drake. Nether Trader. I wonder if he's still like $10. Ancient Stirrings. All right. No complaints about either one of these cards. Protection from White, Haste, and Flanking. What card creates that? Yo, I hope there's Pentarch Paladin in this set because I actually need one still for I have a huge box and I replicated all of the precons going all the way back to like Urza's Saga. So I have like 15 years worth of precons in this box, all sleeved up and ready to play. Reality Acid, that's what the card was, not Vanishing Act. And it's awesome. Like honestly, playing precons against each other is really fun, really balanced, kind of sometimes. And getting to play them against other precons from other sets, Children of Corliss, awesome card. Is really fun. Also, like Errant Ephemeron, like the card's pretty strong. This thing is really a 4/4 flyer with haste. Well, haste when it comes in for 2 mana. It's not bad. Yixilid Jailer, also first time with his artwork. This was Future Sight with the that little like thing going around the side, so that's interesting. Beast Whisperer, I need more of those. Awesome. Honestly, like, look, you get a rare in every pack, but then you also get like additional rares in every pack, right? So it's pretty good value, all things considered. Yeah, it's pretty solid on commons here. The Jailer especially, man, that thing was like actually relevant back in the day. I feel like we're watching a hand fetish video. Like this is too close, like too close, way too close. Mog War Marshal, awesome. New art on the Search for Tomorrow. I like it, actually. I like this art. This new art's pretty cool. Yeah, new art on Reckless Worm. I don't know why, but hey. Madness. Honestly, Madness is like an... Ooh, Rift Bolt. Yeah. Rift Bolt. Great card. Madness is like a very underplayed mechanic, and I love it. I really love Madness. I wish there were more things you could abuse with it. Fantastic EDH card. Really fantastic EDH card. Leyline of the Void, probably not $20 anymore, but I'm sure the time-shifted version is still at least like $5 probably. Angel of Salvation, not a very good card, and not a very valuable card. I can't complain. It's fine. It was cool to see Convoke after Ravnica. That's one of the things I think you just have to love about Time Spiral, right? The whole block, all the mechanics that they had in them, like all the keywords that you got to see in that set, and that block, I mean, was really nice. Snapbacks and tattoos. We got Brute Force, Thalids. Always liked Thalids for a long time. I don't know if I think I still have it. I had a Thelon of Havenwood deck. Rift Bolt, card's great. Still great. Gemhide Sliver, card's ridiculous. They should not have printed Mana Weft. This should be the only one. The fact that Slivers have 2 of these now, it's not cool. Sudden Death, one of the best removal cards for a really long time. Split Second, awesome mechanic. I want them to print more Split Second cards. I also don't, because I don't want my opponents to get to use them. I just want to be the one. Wow, double Split Second pack, Wipe Away. Okay, really fun. Really, really fun. Flagstones. Hey, Vandal Blast. I bought a lot of these on TCG Player. Now I have more. So I'm not complaining. Flagstones. Also, that card was like $10 for a while. I remember using that in what was it? Like my mono white like soldiers deck during like 10th edition. And I guess I played it in mono white Kipkins for a little while. I feel like the focus is a little off again, right? Can't really see the text on some of those cards. Oh, we got a foil back there. Don't wanna get too excited. Oh man, honestly, I think I'm gonna end up repacking this box just for drafting. Just make a cube out of it, because like honestly, I don't like the new style card frames. It's so disappointing. I don't know why they had to move to it like this. I really don't like it. Obviously, they don't have to do it just because I don't like it, but I'm saying I simply don't see the value of doing so. Adding the 3-letter set symbol, great. Okay, that was really an awesome thing that they did. But otherwise, I'm really just not seeing it. Necrotic Sliver, pretty nasty card. Cryptic Annelid, that's a lot of scry. I remember that. He was a lot of scry. Dovin's Veto. This is I think this is the first reprint of this card actually. So that alone should help this card hold value. There's a lot of time-shifted commons and uncommons I'm going to be picking up. And then new art for Safi. I kind of, I think I like this art more than the original too. Yeah, I like this art more, definitely. I hate the card border more and I hate the hologram, but I like the art more for sure. No complaints here. Other than, all the complaints I'm having. Like I said, we already knew we weren't going to open up much more value coming out of the rest of this box. So I could have just left these packs sealed and then just drafted them with friends, but we're fiending. Simian Spirit Guide again. It's great. This is a pretty sick card. I loved the cards that suspend themselves again. That was a really cool cycle. And I always liked Suspend as a mechanic. Always was a fan of Joyra for a long time. The problem was that I couldn't have fun Joyride decks in EDH because of how much people would abuse it. So you ended up having to just build it abusive because people would assume you did anyway. Street Wraith with new art and new frame, so that's pretty cool. There's Thelon, speak of the devil. Read the Bones, love it with the old artwork or the old style border. I think it's so appropriate. It reminds me of a lot of cards from like Tempest. Yeah, it reminds me of a lot of the cards from like the older sets. Not just the border, but I'm saying this art, the art style, how it's a little bit more. I don't know how you explain it. I guess kind of less realistic, right? More surreal, maybe. Um, it's like not as like whereas you look at like Safi and like she looks very almost like a picture, right? Whereas this is very clearly like painted, like artwork. Um, yeah, yep. So there's Thelon. We're a third of the way through the box and we're already past the best part. It's a metaphor for life. Third of the way through your life and there's nothing good that's going to happen to you beyond probably 30. Anyway. Well, no, you know things could happen to you. Wizards could release more remastered sets. That's a good thing that could happen to you. As long as they keep doing the old border. Actually, no, I don't want them to. I want these cards to hold value. Never mind. Disregard. Thickskin's Goblin. I don't even remember this card. I don't remember this card. Interesting. I do remember that card, though. Got hosed by that a bunch. Oh, yeah. Remember when you could cascade into Boom? That was fun. Remand. That was like a $10 card. I don't know if it still is, but Remand's pretty good. Also looks really good with the old style frame. I mean, pretty much everything does, honestly. How like I just don't like. How do you look at these two cards side by side, and like how do you look at this and say that you think this looks better than this? I don't get it. I really don't. I don't see it. Like even, even just like this border, right? Like the Mirrodin post 2003 pre 2015 border. I still don't see how this is better, how this is worse looking than like this. I don't. Okay, well, obviously the bottom doesn't even show there. And I'm pretty sure everybody's sick of listening to me whine. So, yeah, that's fair. This card's really good in Mildrotha. Yeah, very good in Mildrotha. Duskrider Peregrine, another Necrotic Sliver, which is really a pretty fun card for everybody except for your opponents. Elvish Mystic. I think this is going to be like a $5 card. Just because Greater Gargadon, also, that was an interesting deck. So Greater Gargadon and Countryside Crusher, they used to see played together. And yeah, it was this red deck and it was pretty obscene. Also, Nova Chaser from Lorwyn, that used to be like a $15, $20 card back in the day. Hey, Garrick Wildspeaker used to be like a $25 card. Logic Knot, new art, new border. Cool. Fun card. Really, really a fan of that card. Sunlance, I like the color shifting of cards in Planar Chaos. That was a very interesting theme. I wish they made more cards like the Time Bug. I wish this wasn't the only one. Urza's Factory, 7 mana to make a 2/2 Assembly Worker. Seems like a really good return on investment for your mana. Clockwork Hydra, yep. Stonecloaker, this card for the longest time was the bane of my Teneb deck. But, obviously there's so much other stuff now that it's not really the bane of it anymore. I mean, it still could be, but nobody plays it. Foil Harmonix Sliver, that's probably worth some money. That's pretty cool. So, yeah, the Foil Harmonix Sliver, actually, that is... Because, I mean, the only other printing of this would have been... Is that... The only other printing with foils is probably Time Spiral, right? Oh, yeah, then we got Tarmogoyf. He's, like, probably $20 now. He's been reprinted so many times. Blighted Woodland. Okay, this is cool. Okay. So Blighted Woodland, this is just a good card anyway. With the new art, do I like this? I do like this. Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. I really like this. Wow, that border. That's really cool. You know, I literally looking at this, I was like mistaking it for one of the Odyssey Threshold lands or something. At first I was kind of thinking it was damn, what is that? Corrosive Verge, which is Judgment. In my mind, that's what it was. Kind of similar, I guess, functionally. Not exactly, but you know, I did say kind of. So what do we have here? The Germinator. Knight of Circe. Oh, Assembly Worker token. Assembly Worker. More Madness. Which reminds me of Muse. Should I just put on some Muse right now? Nah, it's okay. Muck Drub. What a card. Sudden Shock. More of that split second. Ooh, Urborg. Awesome. I really didn't want to have to buy more of those for EDH decks. Really didn't want to. All right. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I guess we're not getting completely hosed on the rest of these packs. Not to the extent that I thought. Also, ignore my hands. They're in bad condition because I've been renovating this rental property I have. So, you know, sometimes I do the work myself depending on what it is, and my hands are a little messed up now. But hey, you know what? Investing in real estate is the best thing I've ever done in my life. Yep, pretty much. I really can't think of much else. Wait, no, living in Florida for a year actually was probably the best thing I've ever done. Everybody hates on Florida, honestly. Oh, it was such a better place to live than Jersey. Like, I don't know. Anything under 60 degrees and I'm a pretty unhappy camper. So Florida's where it's at. Also, West Palm, pretty lit. A little bit more low-key than Miami, but still plenty of fun. What do we got here? Skittering Monstrosity. Yeah. Felonite Hermit. Containment Priest also. Great choice to put in this set. Awesome card. This literally just looks straight out of Mirage. It really just looks straight out of Mirage with that art. I think this old border fits that card so well. You know, and so let's take a look for a second. Did they do that? Did they go after cards that looked like they would fit the old border? Elvish Mystic could come. Yeah, honestly, that could be right out of Onslaught, easy. With all the elves in that one. Remand, I could see that. Urza's Saga, maybe. This one again, you know, like Tempest, Stronghold, Exodus, those guys. Dovin's Veto, maybe. I mean, obviously the gold border cards, I always just think Invasion whenever I see them. Vandal Blast, not quite so much. Leyline of the Void, maybe not. Beast Whisperer, absolutely. This card looks straight out of like Urza Saga. Ancient Stirrings. Man, that focus is kind of bugging me. All right, Ancient Stirrings is yeah, that's pretty good. Young Pyromancer, yeah, pretty much. Pen Harmonicon. This looks like definitely Urza's. Definitely looks like an Urza's card. Mirror Entity, I'd say no. I don't really see it. Zulaport Cutthroat, that could easily be Invasion Block. You know, you could have like that could be like the Weatherlight flying up there. It's not, but I'm just saying it could be. Tidal Sculler, not quite. Exquisite Firecraft, probably not quite. But yeah, I'd say the majority of these are very, very well picked. Lab Maniac is no exception. Search for Tomorrow. You know, it's funny. I forgot like how many of these commons I just needed for decks anyway. Terramorphic Expanse. You know, I only have like 100 of those. You can never have too many Terramorphic Expanses, basically. Pongify, great card. This thing for the longest time was the only card that did this in blue. So really, I did not foresee that coming. I was hoping it was something else. But yeah, Sudden Spoiling just as the rare, I still can't complain. Anger of the Gods looks like something out of like Torment. I could see that. Yeah. Stronghold Rats is great. Like Shadow, great mechanic to have on that card. Those things, I also ran those in my Teneb deck. You know, it looks like new artwork. I don't think it is. It's just the new border, and you never really saw the rest of it. So that's kind of funny. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. That's definitely new artwork, though. I don't recognize that artwork. I might, maybe I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm right though. That's new artwork, but I like that. Very, very literal. Very literal. Pendelhaven Elder for a long time. That card was also a staple in like elf decks. I'd say probably not quite anymore, but and token decks obviously. Like little Saproling decks. Where we got Slaughter Pact. You can't spell slaughter without laughter. I always liked watching people lose to missed pact triggers. It's always fun. Also, Brawl. This has got like Brawl and I don't even know what else. This is one of the best time shifted cards. That is such great artwork. It's such a great border. It, you know, obviously it fits right in with the wizard cycle from Urza Saga. In fact, let me like I'll pull the wizards I have in my binder for comparison right after. It's so good. It is so fantastic. I'm gonna be picking up more of those time shifted cards, especially the foils. Calciform, Crows and Grip. I did need more of those. That is a card you truly cannot have too many of because split second artifact or enchantment destruction is amazing, especially in green decks, but also just in general. Vanquisher's Banner. This is a fantastic card to time shift. That fits really well too. It looks like straight out of Exodus. It's basically worse coat of arms, so why not just follow coat of arms from Exodus anyway? Periphery Nodes is something that's probably going to go into my what's it called? If it's not already in there, my Estra deck alongside of Drop of Honey. Why not have both, right? Porque Nolostos. Porque. Grape Shot is Great Shot. This guy actually for a little while, especially against my friends and stuff when we were younger, it put in work for sure. This was pretty solid too. Griffin Guide. I liked this cycle. False Demise is the blue one that I was always a big fan of. Delay with new art. Do I care? I kind of like the old art more. This reminds me of The Expanse a little bit. Spoiler alert, never mind. It's cool though. It's a great card. No matter how you cut it, it's a great card. They rare shifted this? Oh, come on. Really? That's really frustrating. That's really annoying. I did not need that as my rare. It's a good box regardless. Look, it's a good box. I shouldn't complain, but I just, come on, really? Why would this be a rare? Even from a limited perspective, what lands can I be transmuting for that are so horrible to be getting? I mean, fine, I guess pacts, right? Because you can go and get Slaughter Pact with it. I guess that might be why they did it. They didn't want everyone fetching up Slaughter Pact and draft. But I mean, really, is that really worth it? Virulent Sliver is literally just worse version of Infect. Nightshade Assassin is such a good card. I still throw him into my black EDH decks occasionally. Not always, but you know, on my like more like mid-level ones. Okay, so this one's actually now an uncommon, so they shifted that down. So it is what it is. Foil Grape Shot. Not bad. Definitely not bad. Not a bad card to have. Ascend. You control 10 or more permanents, you get the City's Blessing. City's Blessing. Okay. Draw a card, activate this only if you have the City's Blessing. I mean, that's... It just doesn't seem bad. Aeon Chronicler is a really fun card. And again, for a long time I used to put them in my blue decks, but now we have a big enough card pool thanks to targeted printing of cards specifically for EDH that this card is mostly obsolete. But yeah, he for a long time I played him. This card is pretty solid and limited. Actually, okay, fine. Saying pretty solid is kind of an understatement. This card is a beast and limited. Yeah. Tendrils is pretty good. This card, I already been over this, but this was also like a nightmare and limited. Bonded Fetch. I always liked this dude. He was, one of the looters, obviously one of the original. Okay. I shouldn't say one of the original looters. That would be Merfolk Looter. From what is that? Looter, was that Exodus or was that Urza's? I think it was Exodus. So disregard that stupid statement. There's Summoner's Pact, Johnny's Primate, the original art for it, I believe, which is cool. Summoner's Pact, always good to have. Good for EDH and Magic. Storm Entity was a very fun card for, again, not your opponents. Also, this used to be a dope EDH card. It still is if you like losing games, but otherwise, I would avoid it. Again, Suspend in general, awesome mechanic. I like Foretell. I think Foretell is pretty cool. I am a big fan of Kaldheim. I think it's an awesome set. I understand that value-wise, it's maybe not that great, but it's a fun set to play and it's a fun set to draft. I think Wizards deserves credit on that set, which is saying a lot. But they really do. It's an awesome set. I do want to pick up some of that. I don't know if I'm going to buy it sealed. I'll probably just buy a playset of commons and uncommons from it, which is what I need to do, actually going all the way back to Kaldheim, Kaladesh, because I stopped buying cards for a really long time. I was just disappointed with the card stock and the quality. I still am, but it's just like, at a certain point, I think you just have to suck it up. So Dismember with new art. This is interesting. I like the fact that you have the old frame with Phyrexian mana. It's cool because you really didn't... it really drives home the point of this block being, transcending sets, right? It really goes outside of its time, which is the reason for Time Spiral. But yeah, I think it's cool that they did that. That's really nice. Gauntlet of Power as a mythic, I really disagree with. But again, it's not my choice. It does feel bad to have that as my mythic because that's only like a $10, $5 card. But no matter how you cut it, it's a great card. It's a really great card. So I picked up a Replenish, Academy Rector, Gauntlet of Power, and something else. I can't remember what it was. Oh, a Survival of the Fittest at a GP 1 year, out of the Heavily Played binder for like $5 each. No, Survival was not in that binder. It was something else. It was a green. I don't remember what it was. Definitely not Survival, but it was Gauntlet. And then it was Replenish and Academy Rector. And I miss GPs a lot. Mostly because I miss Heavily Played binders. Let's be real. All right. This card is pretty good. Pretty good and limited. Pretty decent removal. This card was super annoying for people. Ivory Giant is a fun way to win with a mono white deck out of nowhere. This pack feels like it's got extra stuff in it, right? Yeah, it does. Maybe, I don't know if it actually does, but it just felt like it. So Dryad Arbor is it's a rare. Great. So this is what it was. Riftmark Knight. That's what the token was for. Yeah. I should have remembered that. I can't believe I didn't remember that. Whatever. He's from, I thought he was from Planar Chaos, but I guess he is from Future Sight, isn't he? So we have our rare Dryad Arbor. Okay. Well, we got True Name. I think all the Merfolk are going to hold their value or go up in price with the old border because you already have Lord of Atlantis, and in Legacy you have Lord of Atlantis, Force of Will, so you have a lot of stuff with the old style borders. So I think that these are pretty solid pickups, and I'm considering picking up a playset of the foils of True Name, just because it hasn't really been printed foil except for the other set that has like the new border. And I think, the problem is that nobody really plays Legacy anymore, and that Legacy Merfolk is like not that good, and then you can't play these in Modern. So there's really not much of a point, unfortunately, in playing, playing it. There's no point in me getting a playset, I think. Corderge. Corderge. Actually is how you would really pronounce that, not Corderge. It's not hors d'oeuvres. Because it's core and then dirge, which is, you know, like a funeral song, a mournful song or whatever. Something like that. I think that's what dirge is. Rough and Tumble. Vesuva as a mythic. Kind of weird again. But we did get a Kiki Jiki in the same pack as Vesuva, so that's cool. I don't even know what Vesuva was at price-wise, but that was a pretty expensive card for a long time. God, even back when I was playing, like, in the early days of EDH, wow, my arm looks really hairy, but, like, it's actually not. Like, this is kind of ridiculous. I don't know. I guess it's the lighting. Like it's really not. It's not that bad at all. That's so interesting. I love it. It makes my arm look super hairy and it makes my head look bald. Great. Thanks, guys. I know nothing about lighting, as you can see with my setup here. I should call my cousin. He majored in theater things. He'll be able to help. I feel like he used to be an uncommon. Am I wrong? I might be wrong. Arcblade. I'm not seeing the other ones, though. Why aren't we seeing the other ones? Another Street Raid. That's cool. That's cool. Magus of the Moon. Thoughtseize. All right. All right. There we go. This card also, I mean, it was good with Lorwyn frame, but it's amazing with the old frame. Really great. Magus of the Moon. Awesome card. I like the new artwork. I think that's cool. I've been bullish on this card for a while. I think I was wrong, but it's a pretty annoying way to win in EDH. It's a good way to give red decks the ability to catch up. They lack card draw typically, so it allows them to have turns where everybody's just passing and drawing, so that's their form of card draw. Another Aven Mind Sensor, not going to complain. Awesome. Yeah, big fan of that card. Draining Whelk. Yoggy. Yog boy. Yawgmoth. All right. This is getting a little ridiculous. This box, I was going to stop opening this box, and I mean, how stupid would I have felt? Like, if I had stopped opening this box and then, like, drafted it with my friends, they all bought these packs, and then, like, we saw how this thing ended up opening. Like, I'd feel pretty bad. I'd feel pretty bad. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to sell, like, I'm not selling any of these time-shifted cards. I'm going to buy so many of these things. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Feebleness. Feebleness, feebleness. Slimefoot with the old art is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Wow. Oh my god. This is beautiful. I love it. I really love it. Stuffy doll. Okay, so for the longest time, my poor brother was subjected to my Stuffy doll Chomano Pariah deck, and that is abuse. It's pure abuse. This also, I think, was a common. There's no way that was an uncommon, but whatever. This card's surprisingly underrated. Even like you oh wait, that's not the pile for those. You could even play that now in like EDH. It's a pretty solid card. And we've got Venser on the back. Beautiful. I love it. They should be putting arena packs in their booster packs. Pokemon's done it for the longest time. They really should be doing it. I mean, I get that they want people to spend the most money they can on arena, so they're not going to, but they still should. This card's cool. Flashback. I was going to say, I haven't seen a lot of flashback yet, and then here we are with our flashback. So that's cool. Riftbolt. Joda's Avenger. I want to see more Joda. Like, how much Joda have we seen, like, in Magic, right? I feel like we haven't seen that much. Primal Force Mage. Yeah, that thing was a house. Absolute house. Tombstalker. I don't even know what this Lavinia does. Is she a real... Is like... Each opponent can't cast non-creature spells with CMC greater than the number of lands they control. Okay. When one casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast it, counter that spell. I like it. It's annoying. Yeah, I like that. Kind of reminds me of Shadow Mage Infiltrator. Not mechanically, just aesthetically. Tombstalker, he was also in my Teneb deck for a pretty long time. But then, of course, Teneb got replaced by Carador, and Carador should technically get replaced by either that new Mutate one or the or Muldrotha. But I got a soft spot in my heart for Junk and for what's it called? Carador. I also have the Judge promote Carador, so obviously I like it. You know, this is from Planar Chaos originally, and I had the Planar Chaos weird border. I'm surprised. I kind of wish they had kept that. I guess that's my only other complaint about this set is I wish they had kept the frames, you know, of Planar Chaos and Future Sight. Again, Search for Tomorrow, another one. Ugh. Great card. Really, it is a fantastic card. Careful Consideration was always a good one. First Darkheart we've seen. Evolutionary Leap. That's like a bad version of Survival of the Fittest, right? Sack a creature, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature. Put it into your hand, not even into play. Why is this bent? It's not bad though. Yeah, that's not bad. I can play that. I can play that card, I think. But Glittering Wish, yeah, this card used to be a lot of money. I don't think it is anymore, but regardless, it was a fun card to play. Yeah, it was definitely a fun card to play. I remember like arguments in Limited with that card where like someone would be like, oh, like let me go to my binder and get a card and play it. Yeah. But I just think there was a time when Firemane Angel was like a $10 card and it was good. Isn't that crazy? New art, and I like it. It's very woke, but yeah, I like it. Paradise Plume, haven't seen that much. Oh my god, okay. Okay, Karavek the Merciless. So, this guy, I think I still have a foil of this. This was my little brother's first EDH deck. And before that, he was playing it in his like Rakdos homebrew deck that we had after we bought our precons. My first precon I ever bought it wasn't even Kamigawa actually, it was from Ravnica. I bought Golgari, and then I bought Boros, and my little brother bought Rakdos, and he bought Gruul. So we had a lot of fun games over those things. But eventually we'd like buy singles, and then he threw this into there. And this thing was hosing me for a long time. And then this thing has a commander as well. Pretty nasty card. Yeah, really nasty card. So I think Life and Limb is actually, I think this thing went up in price recently. Maybe not. I think it did. Thraben Inspector. He's a common, right? From Shadows over Innistrad, right? This is cool. This looks like it's from like I was gonna say, what is that? Probably like Nemesis, something like that. Yeah. 4 packs left. We got 4 packs left. Let's see if these 4 packs finish as strong as the first 4 did. They shouldn't. I don't think that would be. Honestly, I don't think that would even be okay. But Grinning Angus. I think this is the first one I've seen. Let me rephrase that. It is the first one I've seen. I have not opened one of these yet. Another Empty the Warrens. Edge of Autumn. Haven't seen many of those. This card is like, it's okay. Big Game Hunter. That's a card. Oh, we put uncommons in the wrong spot. I'm sure there's some poor guy watching this video and it's just been like bugging him the whole time. You know what? Just for that. Here you go, buddy. We'll throw that uncommon in the stack of commons. Just for you. Riftwing Clouds. Oh, I skipped ahead. Oh, okay, fine. Go back. Okay. You can never put toothpaste back in the tube. Big Game Hunter. Awesome card. Played that in EDH forever. Riftwing Cloudskate. One of my favorites. I still put this in most of my blue decks, even though it's like not worth having in there. I still do it because I love it. Might of Okrosa. This card, responsible for so many dead, angry people. Players, Magic players to be specific. Awesome though. My favorite, one of my favorite blue-red commanders of all time. Oh, so much fun. Such a fun card. I wish I could play her without getting attacked by everybody, but I can't. So that sucks. Also, this is like a very mid-2000s style. The hair, yeah, the hair's kind of more 90s maybe, but like the eyeshadow and everything. Nice. Time of Need. That's from Kamigawa originally. Kind of an interesting choice. Can't say it's like, I can't say it's bad, especially with the amount of legendary cards we got now. This was also a fun card for a long time. Very useful. I mean, you get to either use it on your creature for a ramp or, you know, hose one of your opponent's creatures. So my first constructed deck that I took to a tournament was the Mono White Knights deck from Time Spiral. I built that, and it I ended up turning it into black white, but this card obviously was amazing. I had Stuffy Doll in there. I had the Outrider that would redirect damage to Stuffy Doll. I ran Liege of the Pit with Loxodon Warhammer to offset, you know, the damage it would deal to me every upkeep. Yeah. Anyway, it was bad. I lost a lot of games and was very upset. But you know, hey, that's how you start out in Magic, right? YouTube wasn't really a thing as much back then for videos, and obviously net decking was just not as big of a thing. But yeah, this card's super fun card. A lot of annoyed people. This used to be a common. I did need another one, so I'm not even mad that I got it. And I think that having that as an uncommon is pretty reasonable, to be honest. I really don't think I can argue with that. Yavimaya Dryad. So this is a card that was very interesting. I used to run this for a long time in all my elf decks, because if my opponent didn't have Forest Walk, this gave them a forest and then ended up, you know, making me able to win the game with Elvish Champion. So even in Constructed, I ran this as like a 2 of. I ran it a 1-1 split, one sideboard, one main deck. In Constructed, when I moved to my black-green elves when Lorwyn came out. Yeah, so this was some pretty sick tech back then. And honestly, it's still pretty sick tech now. Magus of the Future, you know, Future Sight on a stick. That was another thing that I loved, the Magus cycle. What a great thing that they did. Really awesome. Come on. Spiketail Drakeling. Sacrifice it to counter a spell as his controller pays 2. All right, not bad. Yeah. Great card. Great card. Green flying. Oh, everything you want in a green card, right? It's an insect. It's got flying. There you go. Prodigal. I don't know if it'd be Prodigal or Prodigal. Probably Prodigal. He only deals 1 damage, yeah, probably. Another Jailer. The Shapeshifter, the Harvester, the Shade. Okay, let's just take a moment here. My favorite, is it my favorite? Probably like my 3rd favorite mono blue deck of all time, which is a pretty niche category to be getting into anyway. No, it's probably my favorite mono blue deck of all time in Constructed. Pickles, Brinelock. This card with Brine Elemental, one of my favorite combos. I still run it in EDH in blue decks, just for the nostalgia. And what a hilarious way to like make people lose games. I love it. It's beautiful. Harvester of Souls. He's awesome. He's also awesome with this old border. Absolutely. Fits him so well. This is kind of stuck. A little bit stuck in the bottom there. So that's interesting. So we have Sarah Avenger here, and yet we haven't seen one. Is that the Avenger or is that Sarah Angel? I think that's Sarah Avenger. Pretty sure it is. Anyway. It would make sense considering the set. So I don't think there are any commons we haven't seen yet. Also used to be a really important card to have. You can still play it, but I think that its role is slightly undervalued now. First Conflict, I think. This thing was actually used in a combo. Okay. So I don't think people even remember this deck. So there was a deck back during Standard called Seismic Swans, and I think that was probably one of my most successful decks in Standard. And I actually transitioned into 5-color control. No, I was 5-color control, and then I was losing a lot to Jund and Fairies, and I think I shifted into Seismic Swans. Anyway, yeah, because I remember I had to get Volcanic Fallouts to deal with Fairies. Yeah, so Conflagrate was used in Seismic Swans, and what a hilarious deck that was. If you don't know the deck, just look up Seismic Swans. I don't want to explain it, but what a deck. First Smallpox I'm seeing, though. Fun fact, back in the day, I actually ran Pox in Legacy. I used to play that deck. I still have my playset of Unlimited Poxes. They're worth like $2 now because it got reprinted in Eternal Masters. We got Talrand. All right, so we didn't finish off that strong, but it doesn't even matter. It does not matter. We really, this was a great box. This is a really great box. Let's lay out the loot here. Let's lay it out. God, what a throwback, though. Honestly, the nostalgia is real. Wizards got me. They did. I bought 6 boxes, and if I can get them for that same price, I'll buy another 6. Just leave them sealed. We're not really going to do the uncommons. I mean, there's definitely some money in there, but nothing wild. I think that some of these tokens are going to end up being worth money. You'd be, okay, you like, I think most, like, your average Magic player has no idea. Tokens are actually like an insane place to get money. I have a box of about 4,000 tokens, and last fall I buy listed about maybe 500 of them for like $350 in store credit at one of the stores. That felt pretty good. So yeah, tokens are like, there's a lot of money people have like sitting around in their token collections that they just aren't really using. So obviously Labman, he's pretty good. He's some money. What else do we have here? Yawgmoth for sure. Thoughtseize, of course. Kiki Jiki. True Name. This used to be 15 bucks. I think it's like bulk now, I'm pretty sure. Remand. Venoblast is like $5. I think Venoblast is going to be a $10 card. We're going to put it with the money. Possibly Leyline. I don't remember. We're going to put it there anyway. This card, extremely undervalued. Ancient Stories used to be money. I don't think it is anymore. Panharmonicon's like 15 bucks. I think Zulaport Cutthroat also will end up being worth it just because it's a staple in so many combo decks. But for now, that's like our main loot. Our main loot. In terms of rares, what did we get? What money cards did we get? Glittering Wish, maybe. Could be wrong. Magus of the Moon is a couple bucks. Vesuva, I think Dryad Arbor was. I think Gauntlet was. Summoner's Pact, definitely. Slaughter Pact, I think, was like a few bucks. I don't remember if the nodes were. We'll throw them down there just as a maybe. Urborg, absolutely. Tarmogoyf, of course. I think Flagstones might have been. Care Keep, I think, was for. No, I'm thinking of Swarmyard. Cloud Key, I think, was a little bit for some time. Coalition Relic, I know, was. And then Sliver Legion. Yeah. I mean, honestly, this is a pretty good box. I haven't cracked packs in a long time. But this was worth it. I mean, honestly, look, just the nostalgia, just the feelings of getting to see this stuff. The old borders, absolutely beautiful. Again, Wizards, you know what? I hate you guys, but thank you. You've done one good thing in the last 5 years. Well, that and Kaldheim. Let's take a picture of this, send it to my group chat. I know that they're going to just be... I guess we should put the Goyf on top, right? So let's see how this picture's coming out. Anyway, wow. So that was an hour. Yeah, that was an hour. Good video though. I'm not gonna crack any more boxes, but yeah, you know what? This was nice. This was really nice. I should probably flip the video when I put it on YouTube, so people can actually see. That'd be really smart of me. Um, yeah, and then you know what, the foils. So we got some decent foils. Life and Limb was pretty good. I think foil Grape Shot and foil Harmonic Sliver, and foil Sudden Spoiling. Those are all pretty solid foils. Obviously the Grape Shot and the Harmonic Sliver are probably the best, as well as maybe Life and Limb. I don't remember, but yeah, yeah. I'm really happy with this. I am. Awesome box. You know, I had really solid pulls, good money here, and yeah, it just it really felt nice to see these cards. Yeah, it really did. Um, yeah.